Yeah. I know, it gets off that, yeah. I always look at my cell phone, that's the other day, and I said that because I always look, thank you, ma'am.
Good morning.
Let's see here.
Oh, did you get?
Whoa. Yeah, they said yesterday was gonna be the worst day, just to get warmer again.
It's amazing,
So I really got this
62 and
crud.
rain on Saturday.
Go figure. That's why
That's
everyone
okay.
has that crud.
As long as it's not snow. That is a bear trying to keep a vehicle clean this time of year.
Mm.
Just a bear.
See here. Click to 9 yet? 9. Bingo.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Recess to solid waste. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes of December 19th?
Just 1 second, get my stuff out, sorry.
And I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from December 19th, 2019.
And I'll second that motion.
Roll call aim?
Sabrina,
Yes.
Kathleen,
Yes.
Vicky,
Yes.
And
Someone gonna read the resolutions?
Kathleen can. I'm gonna sort through.
I'm not sure what we need to do.
Read the resolutions.
So
Make a
read
motion.
the-
Individual
the heading
resolution,
each one?
yes.
Okay. I have a few questions for you, Bill.
Okay.
On these resolutions, can you just walk through, and I don't know if you have them in front of you.
No, I'll just steal your copy if you don't mind.
No, or
Save-
I'll-
save
or I'll-
trees.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So on the, on Atwater,
Mhm.
which is the first one, I
Mhm.
believe. So the agreement is for bi-weekly service.
Yes, ma'am.
For $3
Mhm.
per family.
For residents.
And then what is the price increase?
It's going from $2.60 to $3. And again, we're trying to get all these rates consistent.
Right. And then what is the price increases in year 2?
2, it would be $3.75.
Okay. And then for Paris Township,
Paris Township's a drop-off. The cost or the rate for the individual containers are going up $100 each.
and then for Suffield,
Suffield, the rate is going from, they have every other week service, and it's going from $2.25 to $3. And then the second year would be $3.75.
and they're bi-weekly.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it. And then Randolph Township, same as,
Drop-off.
$100.
$100.
and then Wyndham,
Wyndham,
$100.
that's $100. It's a shared drop-off between the village and the township.
Okay. as it says right here. Okay. So I'll make a motion to approve the January 9th, 2020 bills as presented by the county auditor.
Oh, I have some questions, Kathleen,
Okay.
for Bill. Hey, Bill, on the contracts, I know we're trying to level the playing field, but, like, some of them are 5 years, some of them are up to 6 years.
Yeah, we.
Give 'em a
we've-
little latitude.
Yeah, we've stayed, now we're kind of condensing them for 5. Some communities didn't want to go as long because of the rate structure I proposed last year. So some of them kind of want to wait and see, what are we going to do kind of thing.
Because I noticed, like, on Paris, it says periods not to exceed 6 years, so that's.
Yeah.
But then other ones had 5 years, so
Yeah,
I thought we were
Yeah,
trying to.
you know what, that one probably got by me, so I can always amend that resolution
Paris
and
should
bring
be
it back.
5.
Yeah,
Okay.
Paris should be 5.
Let's see, I'm sorry, I
No, that's
left my
okay.
notes at home, so I
No.
apologize. And then the amendment for Suffield, they are currently under contract until the 2022, right?
Right.
So this is just the
Just that.
clause where you guys can negotiate
Right.
throughout the contract.
Yeah, that's section
Okay.
9.1 of the contract.
Okay.
9.2, excuse me.
Yeah,
9.2.
I think that's all I had, Bill.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay,
So I'll move to approve the January 9th, 2020 bills as presented by the county auditor.
I will second.
Roll call aim?
Kathleen?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes.
I'll move to approve the January 9th, 2020 journal vouchers as presented by the county auditor.
I will second.
Roll call aim?
Kathleen?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes.
I'll move to approve the January 9th, 2020 then and now certification as presented by the county auditor.
Second.
Roll call aim?
Kathleen?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes.
I'll move to authorize the Portage County Solid Waste Management District to enter into an agreement for services to provide bi-weekly curbside collection service to Atwater Township for a 5-year period.
I will second.
Roll call aim?
Kathleen?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes.
Kathleen, I have a question. You need to bring back E next week. So
Yeah,
that
we
way-
can
Yeah, let's
pull
pull that.
that.
Yeah, then I'll fix that. I apologize.
We can amend it as we go, and
Okay.
you actually had the title right.
Okay, sorry
So I
about
think
that.
it was just a typo.
It's just a typo?
and not second
Okay.
resolved.
All right.
If you can get that back to us.
Yeah,
today,
yeah,
that'd
I'll
be
fix
great.
that. And you'll have that back 10 minutes after I'm back in the office.
Okay.
Can I not just move to amend that it, instead of replace 6 with 5 years in the second result? and then
Right, I
we
think
can pass
amend.
it.
Right.
Right, so we could pass the resolution as amended.
Yeah, we don't no longer have to pull them because they're not consent, so.
So
Okay.
I'll move to pass the amended resolution to authorize the Portage County Solid Waste Management District to enter into a 5-year agreement for services to provide drop-off collection service to Paris Township.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call aim?
Kathleen?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes.
I'll move to amend Resolution 16-212, authorizing the contract between the Portage County Solid Waste Management District to provide recycling collection services in Suffield Township.
I'll second.
Roll call aim?
Kathleen?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes.
I'll move to authorize the Portage County Solid Waste Management District to enter into a 5-year agreement for the services to provide drop-off collection service to Randolph Township.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call aim?
Kathleen?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes.
And then I will move to authorize the Portage County Solid Waste Management District to enter into a 5-year agreement for services to provide drop-off collection to Wyndham Township and Wyndham Village.
Okay, I will second.
Roll call aim?
Kathleen?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Yes.
I have a question. Since we're no longer doing the consent agenda, just because we're reading these, I know back in the day before consent agenda, I would just put the entire title in, so I'll start doing that for my agendas, then that way you don't have to leaf through the
Okay.
entire packet.
Sounds
So
good, Bill.
I'll start making that correction the next
Okay.
agenda.
There were a couple unneeded thes in those titles, so now that we're
Yeah.
doing that, just,
Right.
just
Yeah.
look at that and
Yeah.
we'll be in good shape.
Yep, not a problem.
Cool.
Okay, any questions on the journal entries?
I don't.
Yeah, I'll move to accept the resignation of Daniel Reagan, CDL truck driver, third shift for Portage County Solid Waste Management District, effective January 17th, 2020.
I will second.
Roll call in?
Kathleen?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes.
I'll move to authorize the external posting of the full-time permanent CDL truck driver, third shift, replacing the position previously held by Daniel Reagan with external posting if no internal appointment is made.
Second.
Roll call in?
Kathleen?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes. Okay, discussion.
Discussion, well, happy 2020.
Yes, absolutely.
It's been open, I haven't seen everybody since last year. On my discussion items, I would like to pull Rootstown today.
Okay.
Brimfield, I was hoping to come to the board with a little bit more information. What I would like to do is, I would like to go back to the Brimfield representative and have some more dialogue, some things that I want to make sure that I'm clear on before I come back to the board with recommendations and things like that. I just have some more questions, so I'm hoping that I can set up a meeting with Trustee Koya
Okay.
soon and just make sure that what I'm going to present to the board is the intent. I think I'm just, you know, and unfortunately, next Thursday, I'm out of the office, so, but I'm gonna try to get this done as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Okay, so that brings my question. We had agreed to provide services up through today, I think.
No, I can't remember that, but you know, it would be my recommendation again. I do not want to, you know, cause any confusion with the residents. That, you know, we did this once before, or twice before with Streetsboro and Kent, because
Yeah.
with the holidays and people off and things like that, it's a little bit difficult. So I think my recommendation to the board is to continue to provide the service to the residents, because, you know, number one, we don't want to impact them. Number two, nobody wants a bunch of carts that are filled with recyclables and an unknown collection. That's not good. That's not aesthetically appealing to the residents. So we'll just continue to provide service to the residents until I come back up with my recommendation to the
And
board.
are you gonna reach out? Well, I think Nick's here
Yeah, Nick's
now.
right here, so I shouldn't have to email him. I could probably catch him out in the hallway and say, what's your calendar look like compared to mine? And just do it that way.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you something. How are we coming along with our fleet and stuff? I know we've been having a lot of breakdowns. I received a complaint call from Aurora and actually one from Brimfield because they're out at like 8:30, 9
Well,
at night,
yeah.
making a bunch of racket in the neighborhoods and they're all
Yeah.
getting bent. But,
Well, here's what's happened, and we've decided to do this next year. Generally, the 3 weeks after Christmas, we see a large volume of cardboard where the drivers have to get out of the trucks because there's cardboard boxes stacked next to the cart. The cart's full, there's boxes. So that slows us down. On most days, the drivers have to leave their route midday to go dump because they're gonna pack out.
yeah.
And then, yes, we did have some issues with some trucks going down. We've got one that has a transmission down, that is just driving the repair shop crazy because it's doing some, it's not throwing codes, because when you go into a vehicle now, that's the nice thing about a computerized system. It will tell you, hey, this is bad. We had a truck down for a few days where it was an injector engine, but it was not throwing the code. So as they traced through it, they had to try to find this code. And finally, they tripped the bad injector, and we got that truck back on route. We have a couple of trucks down right now. One's for brakes and the other one is that transmission. I did not realize it, but when we purchased it, it had a special transmission. So there was parts on back order from Allison. So during the last time since I've seen you to now, a lot of the dealers in the area, whether like Cleveland Cummins is where we get predominantly all of our engine parts from, we emailed them the truck number, the truck model, and then the engine serial number, because you can call the serial number up and you'll know what parts go with that truck.
Gotcha.
And we did the same thing with the Allison transmissions. They have the serial numbers, they can tell, they know exactly what parts go to that transmission, because there are some years that, you know, they do make modifications to the equipment, because one of our trucks, actually we found out came mislabeled for this truck serial number. It had a 5 and it looked out of place. Well, here that was for a Dodge truck. And so we had to go into that truck, because what's nice about the other car is on the inside of the driver's side door, they list all this stuff. You know, your axles, your engine, your transmission, everything is right there, so that it's easier to reference. So we literally have to go out with a magic marker or some whiteout and white out that first 5.
Oh, wow.
Because even when I entered it in, we keep spreadsheets of all the parts. And I thought, well, maybe they changed their numbering. And it's odd. And when I talked to the gentleman at Cummins, he goes, no, that's for a Dodge truck. I said, no, I'm
Wow.
telling you, it's for an auto car. So then through conversation, I said, well, maybe I just put one in. And I had the driver send me a picture, and sure enough, there was that 5.
Well, do you have any extra trucks, like if trucks break down?
Not right now. We're hoping, what we did was we have a couple trucks. We have 3 trucks that can either do commercial or curbside. Those are the ones with the Corrado can, that 4-yard can in the front. So we can take that off and run them for a commercial. Yeah, we're in the process of redoing all of our preventative maintenance and doing some things differently. So.
Do you think the newer trucks break down more than the older trucks?
Well, I can tell you, the old red trucks did not have a lot of moving parts. With the new trucks, you've got many more hydraulic lines.
Yeah.
The new trucks are computer controlled. The old trucks had fewer moving parts, whereas with the arms, you may have half a dozen to 10 hydraulic lines, various sizes. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that as technology advances for these trucks, the probability for breakdown is
It's
greater.
higher.
Yeah, and even something as simple as airlines. When we bought the trucks, in the control arm, the joystick, they put plastic fittings in.
I
So-
know, I met with Sarah, and I was asking about their trucks,
Yeah.
and she said they've got guys that are just clinging to 10-year-old trucks, because if they break down, they can take apart, fix it,
Yeah.
they're back on.
Yeah.
The newer trucks, it seems like they don't like the cold, you
Right,
know.
yeah, and right now,
So-
like on a day like today, because it's so cold, the drivers will let the trucks warm up, and then they're supposed to exercise the arm at least 10 times to get that hydraulic fluid moving around.
Moving in it.
So that way, when they get out to the route, there isn't that surge of cold hydraulic fluid coming from the arm.
And I'm assuming that the parts are way more expensive for the newer trucks, so it's not
Yeah.
like you would have like a shelf of
Yeah,
replacement parts because of the cost.
right. What we're trying to have in stock is hydraulic hoses, and Parker is supposed to send out a hydraulic field rep for hydraulic hoses. We keep filters in stock, but then our Napa does a real good job of holding stuff in stock for us. We try to get the vendors to hold what we need in stock. The nice thing about Cummins is they're open just about 16 hours a day, Monday through Friday, so.
Is that over there by Northville Park?
Yes, I'm sure you were just visiting, yeah. But what's nice about it, there were a couple days around Christmas where I actually left, at night to run up and get parts so we can put them on the truck the following day. So we're really trying to get to the point where we can get parts rather quickly.
We're short on staff too.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and the other thing is this, when I met with Sarah, she had an idea about education, because I know you guys are tight-staffed,
Yeah.
and, we talked about that.
Mhm.
So I'll get with you and Dawn, and I'll share with you the program
Yeah.
thing that she said that, you might wanna look
That-
at,
yeah,
since we
that-
had some grant money.
Right, that was
to
the
help
other
with.
component. Our Ohio body, rep is gonna
Yeah.
have a training up in Cleveland. Our mechanics will go to that. LaBrie has said that they'll come out and train the guys. There is online training from AutoCar that goes over the electrical system and things like that. So the new guys know that it's gonna be part of the offer letter. You have X amount of time to get this stuff done because it's free. And so why not? And the Parker guy is coming in next week to show them about the transmissions.
And I also wanted to add, I think I got a little off here, the education component, you know, we're supposed to go out and educate. Sarah gave me a name of a company that does like the education component, because I know you guys are tight with three. Yeah, well, yeah, but we have some grant money, so.
Well, I was thinking
See.
about having Dawn do a bake sale on Fridays. So you're more than welcome, you know, plenty of
Just
parking, good
Don't
food.
carry your baked goods in a plastic bag, you can't recycle.
That's right, that's right. The last thing I have is an exec session for G1. It should not take that long.
Okay, do you know what the purpose is for G1? We have to state.
Oh, yeah. Can I have that,
Yeah.
please?
Employment.
Employment, yeah, employment.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I'll have to make sure.
Well, I'll make a motion to go an executive session for G1 for employment.
Of a public employee. I'll second that motion.
Roll call in.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Kathleen?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes.